Hello, babes and besties. How are y'all? I don't know if you guys can recognize the digs, but we've been here before. I think one of my first real nature yaps with you guys was in this exact spot. I am a tad bit under the weather. I got super sick this past weekend. I had to call out of work, which I hate doing. But I am kind of happy I did it because I feel like if I didn't, then I would be sicker than I am, if that makes sense. But I was able to sort of rest. It's also finals time for school, so I had a bunch of projects due and like a 3-hour presentation that happened. And like, I feel like if I didn't take that time to be able to rest, I would be in a way worse place right now. Last time I was here, I did a what's in my bag with a way different bag. Oh, what we're gonna do, same type thing. I feel like it's tradition, you know? And shout out my sweet friend Casey still. I'll shout her out every time I show this Owala. I love this thing so bad. And we haven't done one of these in a while, gang. Drink your water. Okay, so this is what I have. Don't mind that. It's a cute little keychain also from Casey. God. And then my car keys. But I didn't bring like tarot cards. I brought my circle deck of cards, which I used on this channel before. I think like the one and only time I've ever pulled cards on here. I brought some edamame. I got this from Aldi's like on a whim. It's actually so good. And it's like a great replacement for like potato chips. It's salty, it's crunchy, and it has a bunch of fiber and protein. So like, okay, I don't want to say a bunch of fiber, but like a good amount of fiber. It's got 3 grams of fiber and 13 grams of protein for literally only a third of a cup. So good. I got that. This has been my newest obsession. Shout out Uncrustables. Strawberry isn't my top kind, but my mom was sweet enough to gift those to me. Therefore, I will be eating them. Raspberry is my top kind, and the peanut butter and honey ones. Those ones smack. And then I got these, another Aldi's find, but they're like little mochi bites. There's a brown sugar, a sesame, and then a matcha. Those are all good. I have my journal in here. Shout out her, love her, but probably not going to do writing out here. That's like more of a, I like to do this really at night time. Right before I go to bed, like decompress my whole day. Aquaphor. Baddies use Aquaphor. That's like all I will put on my lips anymore. And then just some hand sanitizer, some lip gloss. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Okay, that's there. I actually want to eat a mochi. I do. I don't know. I always think the mic is more powerful than it is. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you like sesame like that, but I do. And then some chewy food ASMR. Those are so good. And if I have sesame seeds in my teeth and you guys don't tell me, that's crazy. That was me swishing the water around, so hopefully not have sesame seeds in my teeth. But I'm thinking we're gonna do a little cord pull. Maybe yap a little. You know me. That's what the vibes always are. I just kind of wing it. This is the archetype deck. I see you, sun, peeking through. I love you. These cool circle cards. I love them so much. I think they're so cool. And the art, Kim Krans, Krans is her last name. I don't know if you, Krans probably. But I know she has a couple other decks that are also really, like the art, she just does good artwork. And the decks are really nice. Like, I love this. I love coming out here. No cell phone service, just the water, like sitting by this little trickling stream. And this forest in particular, out of all the ones I go to, is one of the most like green ones. Like there's so much like lush moss, ferns. Ooh, I don't think I've ever gotten that one before. No. All right. So this is the order they came out. The king, the warrior, the nectar, the venom, and the bridge. All right. There's going to be a lot of words happening, you guys. And also hold, please, because I'm going to have to look up a lot of things. There's the card. Beautiful as ever. If our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of human experience, the king presides over it all. Through the lens of the king, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the king must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid corruption. Recognize the dual nature of the king. He is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you towards peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of a need to control. There is not much middle ground. Some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego, yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. Okay, so one of the other cards is the bridge, and this little saying it has on the side here says, "The king is necessary. He is a bridge between the eternal and the day-to-day. It is also said that it is necessary for the king to die. This is a death of ego." Ooh. The warrior's the next one. There's the card. I like this art a lot. Like, I like the skull and the snake and the rainbow. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with sword in hand moving blindly toward battle. Yet the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us face to face with death itself. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal to guide the sword's blade. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. If and when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence are their default response. When this card appears, it is important to question the battle at hand. It is likely a great one with deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions you take will stay with you long after the dust settles, so choose wisely. As you draw your sword, realign with the eternal wisdom within, then surrender to the battle. Ooh, and the sun came to kiss my face. Be careful, as the warrior implies war. The two go hand in hand. Those who defeat others are strong. Those who defeat themselves are mighty. Oh, little Spidey. Hey, bud. This is nature. Oh, well, I mean, I'm nature too, but there you go. Go on the leaf. Thank you, friend. Oh, he made a web. Well, he's down here now. Maybe he'll come hang out. I don't really know. Anyway, the next one. The nectar. These are hitting for me so far, but we're gonna talk about it after I read all of them. That's the curd. This one and the next one I haven't ever gotten anytime I've pulled from this deck. In Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as Amrit. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Amrit, A-M-R-I-T, or nectar, that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar or sacred elixir is the drink of immortality, and like its sister substance, soma, is known to activate subtle intelligent forces that ease the mind, body, and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated this substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. Sense the nectar within you, dripping from the crown of the head and soothing the brain. Let it drip down the spine like sweet honey. Dang, these are really hidden. The venom. This is another one I've never gotten. Much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide, and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world. When the venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step, change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. When you harm another, you harm yourself. Keep in mind this goes for our earth as well, with cosmic consequences. A beautiful reminder. Ooh. The spreading of the venom is like a chain reaction. When we strike others, it is likely we have ourselves been struck. Break the cycle. Right. The curd. My foot is falling asleep. Bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, personalities. This archetype is the gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating, and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up to otherness, healing, and communication are made possible. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our lives, relationships, ideologies, histories, and remember that a bridge cannot be forced. It must be made with love, or its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. It says, lie on the floor and listen to bridge over troubled water. Notice the ease and acceptance within the melody, the feeling of rising above the muck. I remember making a statement, and it is something I've been saying for a while now, about how I feel like I am evolving. Like, I feel like I'm about to step into like this new part of my life, right? But in doing that, every part of who I have been has crumbled. And I have put the work in to make that happen. I don't want to repeat the cycles. I don't want to, spit venom at other people. I'm really, really trying to heal and look at the relationships in my life and see where they're draining me and let go of those people and move forward knowing that I'm going to be okay and I will evolve into the person I'm meant to be. I'm really, really, really stepping into my authentic truth. And I stated that in that video. And that video, I probably recorded that over a month ago now. And I'm still feeling that way. And I feel like I was feeling called to pull the cards as like, I don't even want to say I feel lost, you guys, because I don't feel lost. I feel very confident in the fact that I am evolving and I will be emerging into like this new person. Like I hate to use the metaphor that everyone uses, but like a butterfly coming out of their cocoon. Like that's very much how it feels. I have felt like I've been goop in a cocoon for a very long time trying to figure out how to make my wings. And I feel like my wings are there, but I haven't busted out of the cocoon, if you get what I'm saying. Like I'm not at the point where I can like, boom, this is me, I'm a beautiful butterfly. But I'm there. I'm so close. And I feel like those cards really were like speaking to that fact. And it's like, I have had to, especially in the last few months, really look at the connections in my life, really look at the energy I'm putting into other people versus the energy I'm getting back, the respect I'm given versus the respect I'm getting, the quality of my relationships, the quality of the people around me, and I've had to gracefully walk away from a lot of people. And as painful as those things are, it's brought me back to myself in a way that, like, I don't even want to say it's brought me back to myself. Like, yes, I feel more connected with myself, but I feel like a new me at the same time. It is one of the most incredibly weird and blissful, magical feelings I've ever felt in my life. The way that I feel now, the way I feel my emotions, the way I feel them in my body, the way I have to move through them and navigate with them, like it is like this beautiful little dance I am learning to do with myself. Anyway, that was a big giant yap. Basically to say, I think those cards were really affirming to me and maybe to you. I'm not sure how many other people feel like they're, in a cocoon and about ready to pop open as the world's most baddest and beautiful butterfly. But here we are, and that is your sign to keep going. Keep doing your thing. Keep finding the things that work for you. I've been really doing a lot more yoga than I have previously. I've been really trying to implement that into my schedule. Yoga and meditation. They're so good. I literally just be keeping those in my bag just to eat a couple handfuls like that and just get that salty crunchy. I'm just a girl. I'm gonna sit, eat my Uncrustable. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you more than you freaking know. You're beautiful, wonderful, amazing. Keep being all the great, wonderful things in the world. I'll see you soon.